Hey YouTube, Kristo here. Finally back with my next review. And this one I've been working on for a while. I've had it in my wardrobe for quite a while, probably about 6 months, but because of how rare it is, I really don't wear it often. I'm really easy on the trigger. As you probably know by now, I will be reviewing Gucci Rush for men. Now I just want to say a few things about this before I get into my review. I got mine really cheaply. I didn't pay 200 bucks for this or anything. And I actually do have 2 bottles. I have this one here that I use that is almost full. Strangely, these don't come all the way to the top. The perfume itself actually falls a few millimeters, probably about 5 or 6 millimeters below the top, and I've only used a couple millimeters out of it already. I don't know why they do that, it's kind of strange, but anyways, and I have a whole nother unopened package of this as well, 100 ml, both 100 ml. I'm holding on to my other one. Like I said, I got mine for about $45 online from a shop in Indonesia, and I wanted to stow one away, and maybe someday I can get a nice swap for a niche perfume or something. But anyways, enough with that. Let's get to the review. This one here, Gucci Rush for Men. This was made in 2000 and actually has 2 perfumes, Daniela Roche Andrier. Hasn't done a lot that's really that well known, except a biggie, Prada Amber Per Homme, which is in my all-time favorites, top 5 all-time favorites. And Antoine Maison Dieu, who has done quite a lot. The niche brand État Libre d'Orange, he's done loads for them. I think at least 10 or maybe even a dozen different scents for them. He's also done Burberry London, Sport, and Brit for men, as well as the modern classic Armani Code. Now this is listed in the databases as a woody spicy, but I don't really agree with that. I don't find this to be overly spicy, and there's a lot of cypress in this, so I think it would probably be listed better as a chypre. Now the notes break down thusly. In the top there's the cypress I was talking about and lavender. In the mid, sandalwood, juniper, and cedar. In the base, pretty standard stuff, patchouli and white musk. Now to my nose, the most predominant note is without a doubt the cypress. There is strong cedar in it as well. And you can definitely pick up the musk, the white musk. Mild floral hints, mild berry hints, but it's really not that strong. Very masculine stuff, so don't let the floral and berry in it kind of put you off if you're not into kind of girly scents or whatever. Now, if you've watched my videos, you guys know what I'm gonna do. I got the dry down here, and I'm gonna give you guys a blast of the opening. So, right away, straight off the bat, you can smell cedar. A lot of cedar. And then slowly you can kind of tell the cypress is coming in. Musk. You can actually tell the patchouli's there. It's not too strong. That's another note people don't like. People don't like patchouli for some reason. Yeah, and by now, yeah, the woods and the cypress are all straight out. A little bit of berry, not too strong. Now, the dry down, it's all wood from there. It's very woody, slightly spicy, but the cypress, again, that's right there in the foreground. Definitely, to me, the most predominant note. And one thing about this that I like is this one actually changes instead of things kind of disappearing like a lot of scents. You know, a lot of things, you know, you spray it and you get all these notes, you know, oh, that's so nice, and you can smell different citrus, and you can smell different florals and different woods, and then, you know, after a few minutes, you know, they start fading away and going away. Whereas this one, it's actually nice because you start with the wood and things start to come in to the scent. So I like the how this evolves. I think it has very good evolution on this one. Let's see here. I think it is quite refined and mature as well. I think it's yeah, it's a pretty classy scent. I'll talk about the packaging in a little bit, but now this one, longevity, I get about 4 to 6 hours, which is just about at the average mark. I can't really go higher. I even almost want to go lower. I get 4 to 6 hours, and 6 hours is a stretch. At like 6 hours, you know, it's just like musk, that's it. So yeah, longevity, not really that great. Projection is just about average as well. You get a decent scent cloud for about 2 hours, and then after 2 hours it sticks pretty close to your skin. So yeah, just average, I can say for that. Season, this one I'm gonna give a cooler weather. I think could be best in the fall. If you're familiar with the other two Guccis from the Tom Ford era, as it's known, Gucci Pour Homme 1 and Gucci Envy, both of those are winter bombs in the fact that they're very strong, very spicy, very heavy. They project like crazy. This one doesn't quite stack up to those in terms of projection and longevity, so I'm going to say this would probably be really nice for the fall. Occasion. Well, if you're willing to spend $200 on a bottle of this stuff, you know, you could wear it to work. If you want to, you know, wear it into the office, I think it would be pretty good. It's non-offensive, it's not strong, it's, you know, it's kind of masculine, it's not sweet or spicy or anything like that. Mildly spicy, but not overly spicy. I think as well it would be good for kind of semi-formal occasions, nice dinners or dates or something. Definitely night or evening. Kind of the woodiness to this and the mild spice to it, I think would be good for evenings or nighttime use. That would be good. Not really a casual scent. Even then I wouldn't want to waste a couple sprays of this just to sit around the house. You know, when you're gonna pay these kind of prices for it, you know, you want to be out. Age, I think this is more mature. Like the earlier Guccis, these are definitely aimed towards a more, you know, mature man. That said, I think this is probably the most wearable by a younger guy. The other two Guccis are a little bit more mature than, you know, kind of 20, 25. I can't imagine many guys being into them. So for this one, I'm going to say more mature. I'm going to say maybe 25 at the earliest. If you're under 25, I wouldn't check this out unless you're into like woody and cypress and stuff. Can't really imagine it being a big hit with the younger guys. And I'm going to go up to 40. I think because it is pretty mature. It is pretty refined. It is an old Gucci after all. Now, good. What's good about this? Well, if you're like me and you love cypress and you love cedar, it's great. It's unique, and actually the only thing I can think of that this smells like are other Guccis. It has a mild resemblance to Gucci Pour Homme, the original. It has a more similar resemblance to Gucci by Gucci Sport. Still different. Gucci by Gucci Sport is a little sweeter. It's got much stronger berry note in it. But that's probably about the closest thing I could compare this to, but a little more mature, a little more refined. What else? Yeah, it's mature, it's classy, definitely good. Bad, what's bad? Well, the big one, as I mentioned before, This is very expensive. This has been discontinued for several years, and this fetches crazy prices online. If you look on eBay, it goes a 100 ml bottle, an open 100 ml bottle that's been used slightly goes for almost $100. Unopened bottles of this go for $200 plus. That's, you know, niche brand. That's like high-end niche brand prices. That's wild. Now, what else? It's very hard to find in shops. Most shops will either be sold out of this or be charging crazy prices as well. Bad average longevity, average projection. If you're paying $200 for something, I don't know, that's one of the reasons I don't buy niche perfume. You know, that, and it's very hard to find here. Spending $250 on a bottle of perfume that only lasts like 4 hours, just, you know, for that price I want something that lasts all day long. Now, one bad thing about this that some people might see, I've read really funny comparisons between this and an old musty air freshener, like a car freshener that hangs in your window, like the pine tree thing. And I have to say, in the very opening of it, you can actually kind of draw a resemblance, and a lot of people are just like, what the hell, why is this so popular, why are people paying so much for it, it smells like a musty old car air freshener. I do have to agree slightly with it, it does smell like that, but I think you're kind of selling it a bit short, saying it smells like a, you know, an old car air freshener. One bad thing about this as well, the packaging. I find the packaging to be very misleading, because the packaging, it's like plastic. It looks kind of cheap, it looks flimsy, and actually the back of mine constantly falls off. I'm not ripping this off. Yeah, I was sitting here like writing my review the other day and it just went ding and fell down. And I've seen a few pictures online of people who've had the same thing. And it also, the packaging to me kind of portrays like a more youthful scent, whereas this is quite mature, I think. Yeah, like I said, you know, the packaging, the way it looks, I would say it's a little misleading in the terms of that. Is it worth the money? In my opinion, no. I think if you really want something that smells like this, you know, and you don't want to spend $200, I think there are other things you can get that would substitute this all right. I got mine for like 45 bucks, so that's why I own this. Recommend it. If you love cypress, you have to get this. If you like cedar, definitely. Gucci freaks, old Gucci freaks, you have to get this. All collectors, you must have this. Your wardrobe is not complete unless you have this. And if you can get a good price on this, if you can find a bottle of this, a full bottle for 100 bucks or less, and you don't like it enough, you can easily sell it back and get the same price or swap it for something, you know, of niche quality. One quick thing, I hope I'm not running too long. I have a question for you guys, I hope you can help me. When I was looking for a background image, my wallpaper in the back of my channel, you can see the picture there is clearly the case is white. Mine came in a yellow box or plastic sheath. When I looked online, there are only a few pictures that came up with the yellow case on the 100 ml bottle. I have no idea if this is the original packaging or re-release packaging or a special edition or whatnot. I have no idea. I would really appreciate your help. I couldn't find any information on Fragrantica or base notes, or even just looking in Google. I really can't tell. I would really appreciate it if you want to leave a comment or send me a PM or something. It would be very handy. Anyways, there's my review. Gucci Rush for Men, one of the most sought after discontinued designer scents for men basically ever. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Leave some comments. Have you been lucky enough to try this? What do you think? Let me know. Later, guys.